Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EasyTalk English. I'm Linda, and I'm really happy you're here with us today. In this podcast, we talk about real-life topics using simple and natural English, so you can feel more confident when you speak. Today's topic is something very emotional and very real.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Let me ask you a simple question before we begin. Have you ever tried to let go of something, but couldn't? Maybe it was a person, a memory, or a feeling that stayed in your mind for a long time.
Yeah, I think many people experience that. Letting go is not easy. We often hold on to things because they are important to us. It could be memories, relationships, or emotions that we are not ready to leave behind.
Exactly. And I think it's important to understand this clearly. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It doesn't mean the past disappears. It means accepting what happened and choosing to move forward.
That's right. And sometimes holding on can hurt more than letting go. We keep thinking about the same thing again and again, and it makes us feel stuck. That's when we realize that we need to let go, even if it's difficult.
So in today's episode, we're going to explore this topic together. We'll talk about what letting go really means, why it is so difficult, and how it affects our thoughts and emotions.
We'll also share simple ways to let go step by step. And of course, we'll help you talk about this topic in English in a simple and natural way.
Here's one idea for you to think about while you listen. Sometimes the hardest thing is not holding on, but learning to let go.
So if you enjoy learning English through real conversations like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to EasyTalk English. And now, let's start with a simple conversation. You know, when we talk about letting go, I often think about the past. There were times when I kept thinking about something again and again, and I just couldn't forget it. Even when I wanted to move on, those memories stayed in my mind.
Yeah, I understand that feeling. Sometimes it's not just about memories, it's also about emotions. You hold on to how you felt, and it's hard to let that go. That's when you start to feel stuck, like you can't move forward.
Exactly. And I remember saying to myself, I can't let go because it felt so difficult. I kept thinking about it, and it felt like my mind didn't want to stop.
Right. And I think many people say, I keep thinking about it when they go through something like that. It's like your thoughts keep coming back, even when you try to focus on something else.
Yes, and that's when you start to feel stuck. You want to move forward, but something inside you is holding you back. You might say, I feel stuck, because you don't know how to let go.
Exactly. And at some point, you realize that you don't want to feel that way anymore. You start to say, I want to move on, even if you don't know how yet.
That's true. And I think the important part is that you start trying. Even if it's not easy, you begin to say, I am trying to let go. That small step is already meaningful.
Yeah, and I think many people expect letting go to happen quickly. But in reality, it takes time. It's not something that happens in one moment.
Exactly. And maybe we can say it like this. Letting go is not a moment, it's a process.
Right. And understanding that can help you be more patient with yourself when you are going through it.
Yes, and it can make the process feel a little less heavy because you know it's okay to take your time. So let's start with a simple question. What does letting go really mean? In a very simple way, letting go means accepting something and moving forward. It's about understanding that something has happened and you choose not to stay stuck in it anymore.
Yeah, I think that's a very important idea. Letting go doesn't mean the past disappears. It doesn't mean you forget everything. The memory can still be there, but it doesn't control your emotions in the same way.
Exactly, and I think many people misunderstand this. They think letting go means forgetting, but that's not true. You can still remember something, but you don't feel the same pain or attachment as before.
Right. And another way to understand letting go is emotional release. You release the heavy feelings that you have been holding inside. You don't carry them with you all the time.
Yes, and that release can feel very light and freeing. When you stop holding on so tightly, you give yourself space to feel better and move forward.
Exactly. And I think letting go is also a decision. You decide that you don't want to stay in the same emotional place. You want to move forward, even if it's difficult.
That's right. And when you want to talk about this in English, you can use simple sentences. For example, you can say, I let go when you talk about your decision.
Or you can say, I accept it, when you stop fighting what happened. It shows that you are no longer trying to change the past.
You can also say, I move forward when you focus on your present and your future instead of staying in the past.
And another useful sentence is, I don't hold on anymore. It means you are not attached to that feeling or situation like before.
These sentences are simple, but they describe a very important emotional change.
Exactly. And letting go is not about losing something. It's about giving yourself the freedom to continue your life in a healthier way.
And once you understand that, letting go becomes something positive, not something scary. Now let's talk about why letting go is so difficult. I think one of the main reasons is attachment. When something is important to you, it's not easy to let it go. You feel connected to it, and that makes it hard to move forward.
Yeah, that's very true. You might say, I am attached to it because it means something to you. It could be a person, a memory, or even a feeling that you don't want to lose.
Exactly. And another reason is memories. Even if something is over, the memories stay with you. Sometimes you remember the good moments, and that makes it harder to let go.
Right, and that's when you say, I can't forget it. It's not that you don't want to move on, but the memory is still very strong in your mind.
Yes, and I think another important reason is the fear of change. Letting go means something in your life will be different, and change can feel uncomfortable, even if it is good for you.
Exactly. And that's when you might say, I feel afraid to change. You don't know what will happen next, and that uncertainty can make you want to hold on to what you already know.
And of course, emotional pain is a big reason. Sometimes letting go hurts. Even if you know it is the right thing to do, the feeling can be very strong.
Yeah, and that's when you say, it still hurts. The pain doesn't disappear immediately, and that makes the process slower and more difficult.
So when we look at these reasons, attachment, memories, fear of change, and emotional pain, we can understand why letting go is not easy.
Exactly. And you can express these feelings with simple sentences. You can say, I am attached to it, or I can't forget it, to describe your experience.
You can also say, I feel afraid to change, or it still hurts when you talk about your emotions.
These sentences are simple, but they describe very real feelings. And when you understand these reasons, you can be more patient with yourself.
Exactly, because letting go is not something you force. It's something that takes time and understanding. Now, let's talk about what we actually need to let go of. I think one of the most common things is past relationships. Sometimes a relationship ends, but your feelings don't end at the same time. You may still think about that person and what happened.
Yeah, that's very common. You might say, I can't forget the past, because the memories are still very strong. Even if the relationship is over, part of you is still holding on.
Exactly. And another thing we need to let go of is past mistakes. Sometimes we keep thinking about what we did wrong, and we don't forgive ourselves. We stay in that moment instead of moving forward.
Right, and that's when you hold on to your feelings. You might say, I hold on to my feelings, because you don't let them go. You keep them inside, and they become heavier over time.
Yes, and expectations are also something we need to let go of. Sometimes we expect things to happen in a certain way, and when they don't, we feel disappointed. We hold on to the idea of how things should be.
Exactly. And that's when you might say, I expect too much. When your expectations are too strong, it becomes harder to accept reality.
Another important thing is negative emotions. Feelings like anger, sadness, or frustration can stay with you if you don't release them. You keep thinking about them, and they affect your daily life.
Yeah, and that's when you say, I feel negative. It shows that your emotions are still heavy, and you haven't let them go yet.
So when we look at these examples, past relationships, mistakes, expectations, and negative emotions, we can see that letting go is about more than just one thing. It can be many different parts of your life.
Exactly. And we can also see that sometimes we hold on to people, and sometimes we hold on to thoughts. Both can keep us stuck if we don't let them go.
And you can describe these situations with simple sentences. You can say, I can't forget the past, when memories are strong.
Or you can say, I hold on to my feelings when you keep emotions inside. You can also say, I expect too much, or I feel negative to explain your experience.
These sentences are simple, but they help you understand what you are holding on to.
Exactly. And once you understand that,
You can start the process of letting go step by step.
Now let's talk about how letting go actually feels. I think the first feeling is pain. Letting go is not easy, and it can hurt. When you release something important, you may feel emotional and uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes people think letting go will feel good immediately, but that's not always the case. At the beginning, you might feel sadness or even loss. You might say, it hurts, because the feeling is very real.
Exactly, and that's a normal part of the process. You can also say, I feel pain when the emotion is strong. It doesn't mean something is wrong, it just means you are going through a change.
Right. And I think many people have this moment where they think, it hurts, but I know I need to let go. It's a very honest feeling. You understand what is right, even if it is difficult.
Yes, and after that painful part, something starts to change. Slowly, you begin to feel a sense of relief. The situation is not as heavy as before, and your mind feels a little lighter.
Exactly. And that's when you can say, I feel free. You are not holding on to the same thoughts or emotions anymore. You have more space in your mind.
And with time, that feeling can become peaceful. You feel calm inside, and the situation no longer controls your emotions. You accept it, and you feel more balanced.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the most beautiful parts of letting go. You move from pain to peace. It doesn't happen quickly, but it happens step by step.
So when we look at these feelings, painful, relieving, free, and peaceful, we can see that letting go is a journey. It starts with difficulty, but it can lead to something positive.
Exactly. And you can describe these feelings with simple sentences. You can say, it hurts, or I feel pain when it is difficult.
You can also say, I feel free when things become lighter, and I feel peaceful when you reach a calm state.
These sentences are simple, but they describe a very deep emotional process.
Exactly, and understanding these feelings can help you trust the process of letting go. So now the important question is, how can we let go? I think the first step is to accept reality. Sometimes we keep hoping things will be different, but letting go starts when you accept things as they are.
Yeah, that's true. When you stop fighting reality, you feel a little more calm. You might say, I can accept this, even if it's not easy. That sentence is very simple, but very powerful.
Exactly. And another important step is to express your feelings. Don't keep everything inside. You can talk to someone, write your thoughts, or just allow yourself to feel your emotions.
Right, and when you express your feelings, they don't feel as heavy. You understand them better, and that helps you move forward.
Yes, and you also need to give yourself time. Letting go is not something that happens quickly. It's a process, and everyone moves at a different pace.
Exactly, and that's why you need to be patient with yourself. You don't need to feel better right away. You just need to take small steps.
And another helpful step is to focus on the present. When you keep thinking about the past, it's harder to move on. But when you focus on what is happening now, you create space for new experiences.
Yeah, and I think that's very important. The present is where your life is happening now. You can't change the past, but you can choose what you do today.
So if we put everything together, letting go means accepting reality, expressing your feelings, giving yourself time, and focusing on the present.
Exactly, and you can support yourself with simple sentences. You can say, I can let go, when you are ready to release something.
You can also say, I can accept this, when you stop resisting what happened, and I can move on, when you focus on the future.
And finally, you can say, I am healing, to remind yourself that the process is already happening.
These sentences are simple, but they can help you feel stronger and more hopeful.
Exactly, and step by step, letting go becomes easier.
All right, now let's review some important vocabulary from today's episode. These words will help you talk about letting go and your emotions in a simple and natural way. We'll give you the meaning, an example, and then you can repeat after us.
The first phrase is let go. Let go means to stop holding on to something emotionally. Example, I am trying to let go of the past. Now repeat after me. Let go.
The second word is accept. Accept means to understand and allow something to be true. Example, I accept what happened. Repeat after me. Accept.
Next is move on. Move on means to continue your life and not stay in the past. Example, I want to move on and feel better. Repeat after me. move on.
The fourth word is past. Past means the time before now. Example, the past is part of my life. Repeat after me. Past.
Next is memory. A memory is something you remember from the past. Example, this memory is still in my mind. Repeat after me. Memory.
The next word is pain. Pain is a strong feeling of sadness or hurt. Example, I feel emotional pain. Repeat after me. Pain.
Next is heal. Heal means to become better emotionally or physically. Example, I am healing slowly. Repeat after me. Heal.
And the last word is release. Release means to let something go. Example, I want to release my negative feelings. Repeat after me. Release.
These words are very useful when you talk about your feelings and your experiences. Try to use them in simple sentences every day.
Yes, and remember, you don't need perfect English. Just speak clearly and honestly. Now, let's move to a short speaking practice together.
All right, now it's time to practice speaking together. This is where you can really improve your English, so try to speak out loud with us. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Just focus on speaking clearly and slowly.
Yes, and if you can, repeat each sentence 1 or 2 times. These sentences are simple, but they are very helpful when you talk about your emotions and your healing. Okay, let's begin.
I can let go.
I can accept this.
I can move on.
I am healing.
I will be okay. Great job. These sentences are very simple, but they are also very powerful. When you say them, you are not only practicing English, but also encouraging yourself.
Now let's move to 2 speaking questions. You can pause the video and answer them in your own words. Try to keep your answers short and natural. 1 or 2 sentences are enough.
Question 1. What is something you need to let go of?
Question 2. What helps you move on?
Pause the video now and take your time to answer. Don't worry too much about grammar. The most important thing is to speak and express your thoughts.
Yes, and remember, every time you speak, you are improving. Step by step, your English will become more natural and more confident. Now, let's move to the final part of our episode.
So before we finish today's episode, let's take a moment to reflect on what we talked about. Letting go is not easy. It can feel painful, confusing, and slow, but it is a very important part of healing and growing.
Yeah, and I think it's important to remember that letting go takes time. You don't need to rush. You don't need to feel okay immediately. Every small step you take is already progress.
Exactly. And sometimes we feel like we are losing something when we let go. But the truth is, you are not losing. You are creating space in your life for something better, something healthier.
Right, and that's a powerful idea. When you let go, you are choosing peace. You are choosing to feel lighter and more free inside.
So, here's a simple question for you to think about. What are you ready to let go of? It can be a thought, a memory, or a feeling that you don't want to carry anymore.
And if you'd like to share, you can comment below. I am letting go of, and complete the sentence. It's a great way to practice your English and also reflect on your emotions.
If you feel like you are healing and trying to move forward, give this video a like. It helps us know that this topic is meaningful to you.
And don't forget to subscribe to EasyTalk English for more real-life conversations that help you improve your English step by step. We're really happy to have you here with us.
Let's end with one simple idea.
Letting go is not losing.
It's choosing peace.